Have you ever noticed that your scent seems a little different as you've gotten older? Maybe your favorite perfume doesn't smell quite the same, or you've caught a whiff of something new you can't quite place. Ladies, you're not imagining it. Our body odor does change as we age, and it's more fascinating than you might think, from shifting skin chemistry to surprising compounds like 10. There's a science behind why we smell the way we do. Stick with me to the end, because I'm breaking down 8 surprising facts about body odor in older women, and trust me, number 7 will change how you think about your scent, plus give you practical tips to stay fresh and confident. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you liked this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know so I can make a better video for you. Now, let's get started. Let's dive into a fast-eating truth that often flies under the radar. Your skin isn't just a passive outer layer. It's a dynamic living ecosystem that evolves as you move through life. Picture this. When you were younger, say in your teens or early 20s, your skin might have been a bit of an oil slick. Perhaps you dealt with shiny foreheads, clogged pores, or the Asian or not so occasional breakout. That's because your sebaceous glands, those tiny oil factories embedded in your skin, were in overdrive, pumping out sebum like it was their full-time job back then. It might have felt like a curse, especially if you were constantly blotting your face or battling acne. But as the years roll by, something shifts. Aging flipped the script, and those once overactive glands start to slow down, producing less oil over time. At first glance, that might seem like a welcome relief. No more greasy T-zone, right? But here's where it gets intriguing. This reduction in oil production isn't just a surface level change. It ripples through how your skin interacts with the world around it, the air you move through, the lotions or creams you slather on, even the internal chemistry of your body. All of these are affected. Less oil means your skin's texture might feel drier or tighter, but it goes deeper than that. It alters how you smell. Yes, smell. That oil or sebum isn't just a moisturizer, it's a carrier for scent molecules. In your younger years, that generous layer of oil acted like a canvas, holding onto your body's natural aromas and amplifying the way fragrances like your favorite perfume melded with your skin. Ever notice how a spritz of perfume seemed to linger for hours back then? That was the oil working its magic. Now, with less of it, you might find that the same perfume doesn't cling as long or smell subtly different, like the notes have shifted or faded faster than they used to. But it's not just about how your perfume performs. Your skin hosts a bustling community of bacteria, and those little microbes play a starring role in your scent profile. These bacteria break down sweat and other compounds on your skin, creating what we know as body odor. When oil production drops, the environment on your skin changes, and so does the bacterial buffet. In your youth, the oil your surface might have led your natural scent a musky, earthy undertone. As oil windows with age, that same can soften, sometimes taking on a lighter, sweeter, or even powdery quality, especially in older women. So if you've ever caught yourself wondering why that signature fragrance from your 30s or 40s doesn't hit quite the same anymore, it's not nostalgia playing tricks on you. It's your skin's chemistry evolving, adapting to a new chapter of life. Now, let's tackle a phenomenon that's a little more surprising and maybe a touch uncomfortable to think about: the so-called old person smell. You know what I mean? Maybe you've stepped into an older relative's home and caught a whiff of something distinct, not unpleasant necessarily, but unmistakable. Some call it stale or musty. Others pick up hints of grassiness or a waxy undertone. It's easy to assume it's just the house, dusty curtains, or aging furniture. But the truth is more personal. That scent is tied to the people themselves. Science back this up. Researchers have pinpointed a compound called nonino, often referred to as 10-no in casual discussion, that begins to emerge in noticeable amount around age 40 and ramps up as we get older. Unlike the body odor of youth, which is largely driven by bacteria feasting on sweat, nonino has a different origin story. It's a byproduct of oxidative stress, natural process where the body breaks down fatty acids in the skin as cells age and repair themselves less efficiently. Here's the kicker: as we age, our skin thins out, losing some of its youthful plumpness and resilience. This thinner skin doesn't absorb or neutralize compounds like tuna needle as effectively as it once did. Instead, the compound hangs around, lingering on the skin's surface and even seeping into fan Bricks, think clothes, bedding, or that cozy armchair you love. Over time, this buildup can give older homes that characteristic scent. It's not dirt or neglect, it's chemistry at work. Before you start worrying or reaching for the harshest soap in your arsenal, take a breath. This is a perfectly normal part of aging, and there are ways to keep it in check. Staying hydrated is a simple yet powerful step. Water helps flush out some of the oxidative byproducts. A diet packed with antioxidants, think green tea, juicy citrus fruits, or vibrant leafy greens, can also dial down oxidative stress, potentially reducing to nanny or production 1. A practical tip: exfoliate. A gentle scrub once or twice a week. Slough soft, dead skin cells where this compound likes to linger, leaving you fresher and lighter. Finally, let's talk hormones, because they're the puppet masters behind so much of our body's behavior, including how we smell. Women, you've likely noticed this at key moments in life: pregnancy, menstruation, menopause. Hormones don't just mess with your mood or thermostat, they tweak your scent. Estrogen in particular is a major player. When levels are high, like during your fertile years or pregnancy, it tends to keep body odor milder, more balanced. This can stay supple, the sweat glands hum along, and the bacterial mix on your skin produces a scent that's soft and neutral. But as estrogen dips, especially after menopause, the game changes. Your skin dries out, not just on the surface, but down to the sweat glands themselves. Less sweat might sound like a win for odor control, but it's not that simple. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Drier skin shifts the microbial landscape. The bacteria that thrived in your sweat or your oil, your days, adapt to this new era terrain, and their output changes. For some women, this means a natural scent that's a bit sharper or spicy or less floral, more bite. It's subtle for many, barely a blip on the radar, but for others it's noticeable enough to throw them off, like when their trusty deodorant or body wash suddenly feels outmatched. Hormonal shifts don't just rewrite the rules of your skin, they rewrite its signature. So as you age, your scent isn't static, it's a story told through oil, bacteria, and the quiet hum. Your body's chemistry adapting to time. If you've noticed changes in your body odor as you age, it might be time to rethink your daily hygiene routine. Consider switching to a pH-balanced body wash specifically formulated for mature skin. As we get older, our skin's natural pH level shifts, becoming less acidic, which can disrupt its ability to fend off odor, causing bacteria. These specialized body washes are designed to gently restore and maintain the skin's natural acidity, creating an environment where bacteria struggle to thrive. Look for products with ingredients like lactic acid or citric acid, which support the skin's protective barrier without stripping it of essential moisture. Pair this with the just cleansing routine, especially in areas prone to sweat like underarms and feet, and you'll likely notice a significant improvement in how fresh you stay throughout the day. Another simple yet effective tweak is to rethink your clothing choices. Opt for natural fabrics like cotton, bamboo, or linen, which are breathable and excellent at wicking moisture away from your skin. These materials allow air to circulate, reducing the dam conditions that bacteria love. On the flip side, synthetic fabrics like polyester, nylon, or spandex tend to trap sweat and heat against your body, creating a breeding ground for odor, causing microbes. Over time, this can amplify unpleasant smells, especially during physical activity or warmer weather. A wardrobe swap doesn't have to be drastic. Start with basics like undershirt, socks, or pajamas made from natural fibers, and you might be surprised at how much fresher you feel even by the end of a long day. Medications and their unexpected impact on body odor. Here's something you may not have considered: the medications you take could be subtly, or not so subtly, altering your natural scent. It's an often overlooked side effect, but it makes sense when you think about how drugs work. Most medications are designed to adjust some process in your body, whether it's lowering blood pressure or regulating hormones, easing inflammation, or dulling pain. As your system metabolizes these compounds, they can interact with your body's chemistry in ways that go beyond their intended purpose, sometimes leaving behind byproducts that change how you smell. Let's break it down with some common examples. Blood pressure medications like beta blockers or ACE inhibitors can increase perspiration in some people or alter the composition, leading to a shift in body odor. Sometimes described as slightly metallic or sharp, antidepressants and anti-anxiety drugs such as SSRIs influence neurotransmitters like serotonin, which can also regulate sweat production. This might result in more frequent sweating or a stronger, more distinct scent. Diabetes medic. Patients, particularly those affecting insulin or blood sugar levels, can sometimes produce a faintly sweet or fruity odor, a byproduct of how the body processes glucose differently under their influence. One surprising culprit: painkillers, especially opioids like oxycodone or morphine. People who use these long-term often report a disable change in their natural scent, sometimes earthy or musky, possibly due to how these drugs are broken down in the liver and excreted through sweat. If you've started a new prescription and noticed your body odor shifting, don't hesitate to discuss it with your doctor. They might adjust your dosage, switch you to an alternative, or suggest timing your doses differently to minimize side effects. If changing the medication isn't an option, focus on hydration. Drink plenty of water and eat water-rich foods like cucumbers, watermelon, cantaloupe, or celery. These help flush out excess drug metabolites, potentially reducing any unwanted scent changes over time. Diet. You're what you eat. You've likely heard the phrase, you are what you eat. And when it comes to body odor, it's truer than you might think. The food you consume play a starring role in determining how you smell, as their components are metabolized and released through your skin, breath, and sweat. Take garlic and onions, for instance. Their pungent sulfur compounds don't just linger on your breath, are absorbed into your bloodstream and excreted through your pores, leaving a distinct aroma that can last for hours. But these obvious offenders are just the beginning. A wide range of foods can influence your scent, often in ways you might not expect. Consider foods that can intensify body odor. Red meat, like before lamb, takes longer to digest than lighter proteins, and as it breaks down, it releases byproducts that can mingle with sweat, resulting in a heavier, more robust scent. Alcohol is another big player. After a night of drinking, your liver processes ethanol into acetic acid, some of which escapes through your sweat glands, giving off the telltale boost smell. Spy. Seafoods such as hot peppers, curry, or cumin can ramp up perspiration and leave a lingering spice note on your skin as those compounds exit your body. Dairy products can also be sneaky culprits. People with mild lactose intolerance might not notice digestive upset, but the indigested lactose can ferment in the gut, producing a slightly sour off-putting odor. On the flip side, certain foods can work in your favor to keep you smelling fresh. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are packed with chlorophyll, a natural compound that acts as an internal deodorizer, neutralizing odors before they even start. Citrus fruits, oranges, lemons, limes, and grapefruits help detoxify your system with their high water content and vitamin C, flushing out compounds that might otherwise contribute to unpleasant smells. Fresh herbs like mint, basil, and rosemary contain aromatic oils that can suddenly improve the scent of your sweat, as their metabolized. Green tea is another ally loaded with antioxidants like catacombs. It helps combat odor causing bacteria from the inside out, leaving you with a cleaner, lighter scent. If your body odor has taken an unexpected turn, take stock of your diet. Small changes can yield big results. Try cutting back on red meat in favor of fish or plant-based proteins, swapping dairy for almond or milk, or adding a daily handful of leafy greens and a glass of green tea. Over time, these adjustments can break your natural scent for the better. Stress and sweat. Why anxiety smells different. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Have you ever noticed that you smell different when you're stressed out or nervous? There's a scientific reason behind it, rooted in the 2 types of sweat glands in your body. Acrin glands, found all over your skin, produce a watery, odorless sweat designed to cool you down during exercise or hot weather. Apocrine glands, concentrated in areas like your armpits, groin, and scalp, kick into gear during emotional stress, releasing a thicker sweat rich in proteins, lipids, and steroids. When bacteria on your skin break down these compounds, the result is a sharper, more pungent odor, often described as musky or acrid. Distinct from the neutral sweat of a workout, stress doesn't just increase how much you sweat, it changes the quality of that sweat, amplifying its potential to smell. Chronic stress can keep your application glands in overdrive, making odor control a bigger challenge. To counter this, try stress-reducing habits like deep breathing, meditation, or quick walk. These can dial back the activation of those glands. Pair that with a good antiperspirant targeting epic run heavy zones, and you'll have a better shot at staying fresh, even on high-pressure days when you're physically active or overheated. Your body realize merrily on your acrid sweat glands. To cool you down, these glands, scattered across most of your skin, produce a watery, odorless sweat designed to regulate your temperature efficiently. However, when stress enters the picture, whether it's a looming deadline, a tense conversation, or an unexpected life event, your Korean sweat glands kick into gear. I found mainly in areas like your armpits and groin. These glands respond to emotional triggers rather than heat. Unlike the simple watery output of acrid glands, applicants' sweat is thicker and packed with fats, proteins, and other organic compounds. This richer composition becomes a feast for the bacteria living on your skin. As these microorganisms break down the sweat's components, they release volatile compounds that create a sharp, pungent odor we commonly recognize as stress, but it's a distinct smell, more accurate and lingering than the sweat from a workout, and it's a biological signal that stress is taking the wheel. As we age, this process can intensify. Life tends to pile on more stressors as the years go by. Health concerns like chronic conditions or mobility issues, financial pressures from retirement or unexpected expenses, and the emotional weight of navigating a world that feels increasingly fast-paced or unfamiliar. Even subtle shifts like changes in family dynamics or the loss of routine can elevate stress levels. For many, stress becomes less of an occasional visitor and more of a constant companion. With that shift, the occurring glands get more opportunities to do their work, leading to increased stress, sweat, and consequently a stronger, more noticeable body odor. It's not just a matter of hygiene, it's a reflection of how our bodies and minds adapt or struggle to adapt to life's evolving demands. So what can you do to manage this? Start with deep breathing exercises. When stress spikes, your body floods with hormones like cortisol, which can trigger those applicant glands. By slowing your breath, inhaling deeply for 4 seconds, holding for 4, then exhaling for 6, you can calm your nervous system, lower those hormone levels, and reduce the amount of stress what you produce. Next, consider your hygiene routine. Since the odor from stress sweat comes from bacteria feasting on its fatty components, an antibacterial body wash can target the root cause. Look for products with ingredients like benzoyl peroxide or tea tree oil, which kill odor-causing bacteria before they have a chance to break down the sweat. Clothing choices matter. Too tight, restrictive outfits can trap stress or against your skin, creating a warm, moist environment where bacteria thrive. Instead, opt for loose, breathe fabrics like cotton, linen, or bamboo. These natural materials allow air to circulate, wick moisture away, and give your skin a chance to breathe, reducing the intensity of any odor. Beyond the practical steps, there's a bigger piece to this puzzle: self-compassion. Managing stress isn't just about controlling how you smell, it's about improving how you feel. Be patient with yourself as you navigate these changes. Aging and stress are universal experiences, and tackling them head-on can boost your confidence along with your freshness. Speaking of confidence, let's talk about something you might not have considered. Your clothes could be secretly sabotaging your efforts. As we age, the chemical makeup of our sweat evolves, shifting pH and oil content, and these changes can interact differently with fabrics. Your favorite jacket or shirt might be holding on to odors you don't even notice. Synthetic materials like polyester, nylon, or spandex are particularly notorious for this. Unlike natural fibers that let air flow freely, synthetics trap moisture and bacteria against the fabric, locking in smells that persist even after a wash. You might pull a clean shirt from the dryer only to catch a faint whiff of yesterday's stress. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 3 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Surprisingly, the products you use to clean your clothes could be part of the problem. Many commercial fabric softeners and detergents leave behind a waxy residue that builds up over time. Instead of flushing odors out, this buildup clings to them, turning